What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. In the last couple of years, I want to say maybe the last 6 months if I'm going to be honest, I've been finding weird PS2 games that I've never even heard of. And you know, when it comes to the PlayStation 2, especially with like the shooters and maybe a lot of the RPGs even, you know, I get to a point where I think that I've seen everything, I've played everything, I've heard of everything, and then just to find out that I go to the flea market or a retro store in my area and see a PS2 game that I've never heard of before. So in this video, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to show you guys a few PS2 games that I've found, like I said, over the last 6 months, and we're going to talk about if the games are hidden trash or hidden gems. So let's check out the games. So the first game that we have here is called Suganya Tournament. Now, if I don't pronounce that correctly, don't nail me to a cross or anything, but I think it's pronounced Suganya Tournament. This RPG has a very dark presence, like kind of dark overtones, and I think, I'm not 100% sure about this, and maybe I should have done more research, but I think the people that worked on Shadow Hearts worked on this game. I mean, just based on the graphics alone, it really reminds me of Shadow Hearts, you know, just without the, you know, really cool ring battle system. You know, I actually did play this game for a little while, maybe a couple of hours, and it was maybe a year ago. I got this game quite some time ago. But it always was a game where I would think about it in the back of my mind and think about, God, should I go ahead and play through that game? I've heard good things about it. There's not a lot of reviews or stuff on YouTube or anywhere else about this game. There's a few. But apparently the story gets really good and really deep in this game. And I remember when I first started playing it, you know, there might have been maybe 5 or 15, maybe 20 minutes worth of story before I got to move around and really do anything. But yeah, Suganya Tournament, is this trash or treasure? Let me know in the comments down below, because this does seem like a pretty interesting game. Up next, we have a game called Trapped, which is a pretty interesting game. This is a flea market find maybe 5 months ago, maybe a little bit less. I think you'll see it in one of my more recent pickups videos if I remember correctly. But anyway, this game has those like dark, ominous like tones and graphics like the Shadow Hearts series and the game we just talked about, Suganya Tournament. I think that's how it's pronounced. But I remember walking around in this game and setting traps in different strategic locations, like different kinds of traps. And you know, the enemies kind of follow behind you, I guess, or for whatever reason they spring the trap, and then you'll see hit points start to drop, which gives the game RPG-like elements. That's pretty cool in my opinion. Now, I don't remember, because I didn't play this game that long, but I don't remember if there's certain enemies that maybe have to trigger multiple traps to kill them. There probably are. Again, I only played this game for a couple of hours. For whatever reason, I stopped playing it, and this game often resonated with me, and I wanted to pick it up and put it in, maybe live stream it, but you know, just me being as old as I am, getting into some of these RPGs and games that have, you know, 20 minutes of dialogue or story before you get into the game is a little bit harder in my life now than it was when I was in my 20s or my teens rather, you know. So, you know, Trapped, is this a like awesome treasure, or is this game just a mediocre or piece of trash that should just sit on my shelf? Because again, trying to pare down my collection. If this is something awesome and you think I should play it, I'm gonna love it, let me know in the comments down below, because if it's not, best believe, man, this thing's going back to the flea market or some retro store in my area. Let me know in the comments down below. Now, this game, okay, so this game's called Stretch Panic. This is a weird game, and this is one of those instances where I saw a company logo on a box, and I thought this game was going to play out a certain way, and it just didn't, and not in my eyes. Maybe I need to play it longer. But basically, and I probably can't get specific about the story because I don't remember that much, but basically, like, you're a character and you have these, like, I think 7 sisters that have, like, vanity issues, and you have a magic scarf that keeps you from having these vanity issues, and you'll see the way the story plays out and how the sisters' vanity plays out through different physical attributes of the enemies when you kill them. Again, maybe I'm completely wrong about that. If I am, let me know in the comments down below. But you're going to see like girls with big boobs and weird, like I said, physical attributes that are very, very Japanese, if I would say so myself. You know, you don't see a North American game, you know, you don't see cool stuff like this come out of North America. Although I'm not saying this is a great game. You know, just the graphics and, you know, the visuals of this game look kind of crazy, you know. I like the crazy stuff, you know, I like the stuff that comes out of Japan. But, you know, this game, the mechanics of this game just didn't hold my attention that well. This doesn't play out very fast-paced, although it does kind of remind me of Mario 64 in a way. You go through the different doors and there's different levels and then there's a boss. So in that aspect, it kind of reminds me of Mario 64, but rest assured, this game is no Mario 64, but this game was made by Treasure, and that Treasure logo really tricked me on this one. But again, I only played this game for a little while. I actually live streamed this one for a little while, and then I shut it off. Never threw it back in the PlayStation, and I found this game recently. This is in my last pickups video, so maybe a month ago. But yeah, Stretch Panic. Hidden gem or terrible treasure? Let me know in the comments down below. Up next, we have a game called Forever Kingdom. Now, I will say this. I have not put this game into my PlayStation 2, never played this game before, but I have heard about this game after I bought it, heard about it, and I just bought it on the pure cover and artwork alone. It looked like a RPG. I didn't know. It could have been any type of game. I bought it just for the cover. Turns out this game appears to be a Ys-like action RPG from what it appears, from what I've read and the gameplay footage. But again, I'd be really interested to hear if any of you guys have played this game. Is it any good? Are the gameplay mechanics really solid? You know, this looks like an interesting game, and I love the Ys games and action RPGs ever since I started playing. The very first Tales of game that I played anyways was the original Tales of Destiny. But ever since then, I was really into action RPGs, and then, you know, when it moved away from the 2D side-scrolling to the 3D graphics, I was cool with that too. And the Ys series and the Tales of series really brought that to my attention, and this game just reminds me of that. So let me know in the comments down below. Forever Kingdom. Is this an awesome game or a terrible game? Either way, even if it's a piece of trash, I'll probably keep this one because, again, it reminds me of the Ys series. Okay, so the last game I'm going to talk about is a game called Soul Nomad. And Soul Nomad, it has a cover that reminds me of another PS2 game that I've been looking for that has eluded me forever called Eternal Poison. Either way, I'd have bought this game. The cover art, just like Forever Kingdom, it had that cool cover art, so I got it. The price was right. It was cheap at the flea market, so yeah, it's in my collection, right? Haven't played this game yet, but it has those graphics that remind me of a mana game. And I'm not talking about that PS2 mana game piece of trash that we got. I'm talking about like Legend of Mana that came out on the PS1, or not so much Secret of Mana, but you know, some of those games that came out in the Mana series that came out on like the DS and the PS1. It has this type of graphics, and yeah, I mean, you see it, those little sprite-based graphics. I love that stuff. And you know, during the PS2's lifespan, they were going 3D, and you know, some developers kept it real, kept it 2D, and those are the type of graphics that I like. So guys, I've been watching a hell of a lot of Rebel Gaming Club, and the last Farmcast they did, Farmcast 5, yes Ayasha, I'm calling you out, brother. Let's start a beef. You know, I'm out here in Baltimore. I don't know where you are. Maybe you're in Canada. We can start a beef, Baltimore versus Canada. You know, so you can beat the most games. I don't know. Hit me up, brother. But anyways, guys, Soul Nomad. You know, should I give this game a chance? It just sat there. I don't have tons of hours to sink into a crazy RPG to figure out whether I like it or not. So let me know in the comments down below. Should I give this game a chance? Throw it back up on the shelf. Guys, basically I made this video because these games, I played through some of them a little bit, but I haven't played through all of any of these games. And I wanted to know your opinion. Are some of these games really awesome, like hidden gems, or are they just trash that are just sitting on the shelf? Because, you know, if it's something that's no good, I'm probably not going to keep it. I'll probably trade it off or sell it. You know, like Stretch Panic, you know, I played some of this game, and I mean, the physical attributes of the girls in the game is kind of funny, but it gets kind of old. You know, Forever Kingdom seems pretty cool. Soul Nomad seems pretty cool. Definitely did the graphical style in this one. You know, Suganya Tournament, you know, may or may not have people that worked on Shadow Hearts that worked on this game. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I should have done more research. And Trapped, I do believe this is a sequel to a PS1 game. You know, Kudelka, or not Kudelka, I forget. It's some game I think I owned a copy of it and sold it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not a sequel to any PS1 game. And guys, you might be wondering, why do I have a tie on, like dressy clothes? Well, I had a job interview today. Hopefully it went well. I'm probably not going to be in this shop too much longer. Hopefully not, God willing. But you know, I'm just throwing the net out there and see what I catch, man. So guys, what do you think of these games? Let me know. Are any of these games must-plays like Trapped or, you know, Suganya Tournament? I guess that's how you pronounce that. I'm not 100% sure, but they all seem pretty cool, and all these games were pretty cheap, and you know, all found, you know, for the most part at my local flea market over the past, I don't know, 6 months or so, maybe a year. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Now, remember, if you like this video, then like the video, and if you like awesome video games, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Till next time, guys. Peace out.